Hello, how you doing? Welcome. Hey folks, we have the coffee cup. We may proceed. Okay, so I don't have a link yet, but tomorrow afternoon, 2 o'clock Eastern, 4 o'clock Mountain, I'll be going live with Slow Country. Not sure if anybody else is going to be there or not. Hey folks, how you doing? Welcome chat. I see some names in there, D's and others. Hello. Folks I haven't seen for a while. Getting the crew back. Um, Okay, so shit just got real, and oh boy, yep, as Slow Country likes to say. I'm going to show you something here, and we're going to go through it really quick, and then I'll talk about it. I'll put the link in chat as we're watching this, and here we go. This is happening in Canada. Hey, Slow. It's right after I got off the phone with Slow tonight. I found this. This came up, and it plays into exactly what Slow Country and I are going to be talking about tomorrow, and everything that's going on, and everything we've been warning you about and talking about, and things we need to look for. So, again, as Monkey would say, without further ado. And like I always put in Monkey's chat, no, we want a do. We want a do. Here we go. Okay, so here we go. And hopefully the sound plays. We'll just go with it. I'm happy to be able to do anything right now. Okay, play.
Morning. My name is Corporal Michael Gauthier, Media Relations Officer with the Kelowna Central Okanagan.
Okay. Good morning. Josh Duncan here with Kelowna Now from the newsroom. We're getting an update from the RCMP on the bridge incident that has closed the Bennett Bridge this morning. I won't waste any time. They've come to the podium. Here are the police.
Acting Officer in Charge, Inspector Chris Gable, will be providing an update on the police incident that started early this morning on the William R. Bennett Bridge, followed by a question and answer period. I will advise when that period has ended. We also have a bilingual officer who can answer any questions following the update. Inspector.
Good morning. My name is Inspector Chris Gable. I'm the Acting Officer in Charge of Kelowna Central Okanagan RCMP Detachment. This morning, January 27th, at approximately 3:45 a.m., our officers responded to a distraught man who parked his white panel van across both eastbound lanes of the William R. Bennett Bridge. The man had made some threatening comments to the police concerning his own well-being before starting a fire within the vehicle. The local fire department, Kelowna Fire Department, was also on scene and able to immediately extinguish the fire. Officers were able to convince the man to exit the vehicle, where he was apprehended and taken to hospital for any treatment he might require. It is unknown at this time whether he suffered any injuries as a result of the vehicle fire. I'm happy to report that no one else was injured while the man was taken into custody. A risk assessment of the vehicle's contents, coupled with the man's comments both over the phone and online, resulted in both the Southeast District Emergency Response Team and the BC RCMP Explosive Disposal Unit being deployed. The known contents of the van alone present a significant risk to public safety. However, it is unclear if there are additional materials of concern, as a search of the vehicle would place emergency personnel at undue risk at the moment. Members of the Explosive Disposal Unit are on their way right now from the Lower Mainland, and our priority is to ensure the safety of the public and personnel. Only once deemed safe can the vehicle be removed from the highway and traffic allowed to resume. There are alternate routes in place along West Side Road until the bridge can be reopened. I understand the inconvenience this causes the motorists. However, public safety is paramount. I want to reassure you that we are taking necessary precautions to ensure the safety of everyone, including our first responders, and we appreciate everyone's patience and understanding. I have my colleagues here today from Kelowna Fire Department, BC EHS, and Interior Health, and I will pass it over to them to make statements before we answer questions. So at this moment, I will pass the microphone on to Assistant Chief Eric Grutendorf. Thank you.
Okay, so again, I can't do too many things at once here, and I don't want to switch screens on you folks. Not sure if you can hear what's going on, but outside, it's in Kelowna, BC right now. It's the Bennett Bridge. It goes across the lake. I'm going to get into this and show you on Google Earth. We'll do a screen share on Google Earth here in a minute. That's the commander of the RCMP detachment for that entire part of British Columbia. And here comes the fire chief, and he's going to explain to you that they're using the fire chief, the boats, the fire boats, as ferries because the bridge is shut down. And we'll get into this.
Thank you, Inspector Gable. The Kelowna Fire Department has had our regional marine rescue vessel on the water this morning, assisting with RCMP operations. We've also been able to move some emergency staff from the West Kelowna side of Okanagan Lake into Kelowna to support emergency operations on this side. This has included RCMP members, Kelowna Fire Department members, as well as critical staff on their way to KGH, including surgeons, physicians, and nurses.
Okay, so KGH is Kelowna General Hospital. So here we go. Now I'm doing something else. There's one of my red lines again. You're going to see that on Slow Country tomorrow. We're going to zoom in right now to Kelowna. So here is Lake Okanagan in British Columbia. And here's Kelowna. There's the highway. This is the bridge. This is the bridge right here. It's a floating bridge. This lake is so deep they can't find the bottom of it. They've looked on sonar. They'll give you a rough number of what the depth of this lake is. If you've ever heard of Ogopogo, and if you've ever heard of the Loch Ness Monster in Scotland, this lake is very famous for that kind of thing. So here's the deal. Here's Kelowna, okay, over in here. Here's West Kelowna. This is Vernon, the city of Vernon. And down here is Penticton, okay? So to get across, this is the bridge. Now, here's the thing. He's talking about West Side Road and people are going around. Well, I'm going to zoom in. And here's the problem with West Side Road. Yeah, it goes around. And it goes up and around the lake, okay? Here's West Side Road. This is a goat trail. It's paved, but I'm telling you right now, it is a thin highway with lots and lots of curves. This is a long way to get around. You have to go all the way up over here to Vernon and then back down to Kelowna, which again is a long trip. It doesn't happen really fast. And by the way, I wouldn't even call it a 2-lane road in most places. Here's the deal. We're talking about infrastructure. We're talking about false flags. We're talking about events going on. This is a floating bridge. The first bridge, the Kelowna Bridge, Okanagan Lake Bridge, whatever it was called, was in place from the 1940s until the early 2000s. They started building this bridge in, I can't remember. I'd have to do the history on it. Doesn't matter. It's a floating bridge. So was the bridge that it replaced. Okay. And so it's a 4-lane highway. The old bridge was a 2-lane highway. The old bridge had a drawbridge that they would raise and lower to let boats through. This bridge is tall enough. So here we go. Here's where the last pillars are on this side. Here's where the last pillars are on the Kelowna side. This is the West Kelowna side. Okay. William R. Bennett Bridge. It's a 4-lane road. And so this morning at 3 o'clock in the morning, roughly or so, Kelowna time, which is 3 hours later than Eastern Standard Time, someone put a cube van on this side of the bridge. The eastbound bridge blocked both highways, blocked both sides of the road, and set it on fire. And it's full of explosives. He just said that it's dangerous to do anything because once they got the fire out and once they saw what was in the van, so somebody tried to blow this bridge up. Okay, so there's that. Just bear with me. We all remember this, the Francis Scott Key Bridge in Baltimore. Okay, you see these passes here? How tall that bridge is, and of course it's got stanchions. Well, this bridge is that high, the one in Kelowna. So let's, we remember about the Francis Scott Key Bridge and how that screwed up traffic for Baltimore and how to get things around Baltimore and for infrastructure, everything else, okay? So we'll change this from Scott Key Bridge to W.R. Bennett. And I'll show you what's going on there. Here we go. So more images. So again, here's the bridge. Here's the news article. Okay, there's the van sitting across, and of course that looks like it was before it was set on fire. And we'll hit images here. So there's what the bridge looks like. And these stanchions that you see here, this picture I'm about to show you, these are all floats. This is all floating all the way across. Those are all floats. There's nothing going down to the bottom. There is no bottom. Okay. And so let's go back. And so they say it reopens. Okay. Rutland, 5 hours ago it reopened. So there is the Mercedes van that was set on fire and is full of explosives. That's the bomb truck from Vancouver. They would have had to drive that up. That would have taken 3 hours, even at full speed. Okay. There's the van. There's the van. Now, hang on. They said he set this thing on fire. And I don't see a lot of fire damage there. Do you? What the hell's going on with this? Oh, there's the van. So it's before the rise there. They did it. He did it on the flat part. And apparently he was suicidal, yada, yada. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. So shit just got real. And we're going to see more of this. And Slow Country and I are going to be covering some stuff. And sorry, I'm not looking at chat because, again, right now, the way things are, I can't really look at chat. A little bit. I can now, but while I'm doing that screen thing, I couldn't. I found this article literally like a minute after I got off the phone with Slow Country tonight. And Slow Country is going to be covering quite a few things tomorrow. Slow Country, if you have the link up, put it in chat. If you don't, just put your link in so people can go to your channel. We're going live tomorrow. So 2 of the J6ers that got out that have been pardoned by Trump have been shot. One was shot in the leg in Florida. And we're looking deeper into that. And that was a very public incident. The cop, he had a gun. They pulled him over, got out of the vehicle, said, yeah, I have a gun. They pulled it out of his pants. And instead of doing it the proper way, which, again, I can't show a pew-pew live, but let's just say this is a pew-pew. And this is your handle, and this is your slide, or if it's a revolver, your revolver's here. This is how you grab it if you're a police officer. If you're taking that away from him, and you have, like, if you're in a situation like that where there's more than one officer, you grab it like this, and you pull it away. She grabbed it like that and shot the guy in the leg with his own gun. That was a few days ago in Florida. This morning, a man lost his life in Indiana, an hour from Slow's house. He got pulled over. There was an incident, and he got shot by the sheriff and killed. Sheriff's office, whatever. So one thing that SLO is looking into, and you can look up the news articles, see if that's actually a bonded and registered sheriff. See if that sheriff is actually constitutional. Check your local sheriff down there in the States. See if they are actually constitutional. Okay, so there we go. So I warned you a week ago. People have been talking about it. More is going to happen. Shit just got real. And it's not just in the United States. It's going to be all over the place. It's happening here in Canada. And so hang on. Slow Country says I'm way wrong about the one in Florida being a J6er. Oh, okay. All right. Happened in December. Okay. All right. I'm just going off what he told me. Again, I've been, trapped in night shift, which, by the way, I'm getting ready to leave the house in a few minutes to go to night shift again. So, check out Slow Country's channel. We're going to be doing that live tomorrow. And a couple of people have sent me links, and I'm looking into those. I'll be hopefully including those in the show very soon. Thank you, Ann Creighton, if you're here. I'm trying to remember who the other one is. Helen. James Kaufman sent me something. World News Report. Check him out. Keep him. Watch his stuff. Yeah, stuff's happening, folks. So we need to be watching. What this does for Kelowna is not as it's kind of almost as big as the Scott Key Bridge in Baltimore. I mean, taking that bridge out in Baltimore made a massive difference how infrastructure and supplies flow. But because of the proximation and the location, the population, other avenues, but it's still a big deal. This one is huge because this cuts off the lower third of British Columbia. I mean, again, you can go a little bit north, and there's other highways. There's the number 1. There's other highways that hook up, but this is Highway 97. This is the Coquihalla corridor. This is a big deal, and we saw no bridge or map. What the hell? I did a screen share. It showed up on my feed that you were seeing it. Okay. Oh, well, hang on. Yeah, no, I just showed the news conference. And then I showed pictures of the bridge after. And if you didn't see them, I'm sorry. Fuck. Okay. I thought I'd shown them. Just a second here. Let me oh, I know what happened. Just a second here. Just a second. Screen share. Browser tab. This one. Okay. Sorry, folks. Okay. So this is the scene in Kelowna. Here's the bomb truck. Okay, there's the van on the bridge, parked sideways. And again, they said it set fire, and they put the fire out. And this is, I don't see a fire here. So we'll have to see what new photos they come up with. Here's the bridge. There's the van. There's the bridge. Okay. So just a second here. Let me go back. I'll show you the bridge again. The pictures that I was showing. Okay, so there's the bridge going across the lake. Here is the raised section of the bridge. That truck, that van would have been about here. Just a second. Okay. These stanchions are floats. can I get, there we go. These stanchions are floats, okay? Here is the last stanchion on the, like, here's the land where they built it up. There's enough, they can get to the shoreline of the lake there. But pretty much all of these other ones are floats. And the old bridge was a complete float. And it's a 4-lane highway now, as you can see. And the old bridge was a 2-lane highway. So, yeah. So that's what's going on, folks. Infrastructure is under attack. Things are going to be happening. And got to keep your head on a swivel. And research all this shit. Look into it. Okay, so yeah, no bridge pics. Okay, that hopefully that fixed it. Sorry about that, folks. Again, I'm working. This is my old Windows 7 laptop. I was lucky enough to be able to get it going enough to be able to at least screen share a little bit. So I got to get going to work. I got to literally get out of this chair, get into my work clothes, and go to work. So Slow Country put his link in chat. Make sure you grab that. Him and I are going live tomorrow. And if I have time before that, I'll update on what's going on with this. And we'll go from there. Okay, folks. See you later.